All right, the Biden administration is refusing to admit what we all see in plain sight, that we are in a recession right now. They are sparking a national debate on the definition of a recession. I tweeted the Webster description the other day, and it is on the cover of the New York Post this morning. Take a look. A recession, a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced, generally identified by a fall in GDP in 2 successive quarters. The country is in the depths of a recession. That is from Webster. This, as Wikipedia is forced to suspend the edit feature on its recession page after users altered the page nearly 50 times in a 24-hour period to align the definition with the administration's claims that it is not a downturn or recession. Joining the conversation all morning long this morning is Fox Business's Dagen McDowell and Verdence Capital Advisors CEO Leo Kelly. Great to see you guys this morning. Dagen, is this incredible or what? Not only do they lie about what we can see in plain sight, like the border is closed, a lot of spending doesn't stoke inflation, and on, but now they're actually arguing about a recession when we all know a recession is 2 quarters of contraction, which is where we are right now, Dagen.
The policy and the word and the deed coming at this White House are so awful. We just need to come up with another word for what's going on in this economy, like stinkage or suckitude, because they only care about how this impacts them politically. They don't care about the American people, and that's what makes this so vile. And in terms of what they're doing for the economy, what we've seen come out of the White House is actually going to make all of this worse. The more that the Democrats want to spend, the greater the burden falls on the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates to fight this inflation. I just want to point out that when Joe Biden took office, they've said this over and over again in terms of the falsehoods and the fallacies and the lies, is that somehow we were facing the worst economic crisis in generations. At the end of 2020, the U.S. economy was growing at 4.5% at the end of 2020, and inflation was 1.4%. And he hasn't even made it halfway through his first term, or his only term, and you have seen a complete reversal of that because of their policies.
Yep. And Leo, I think that's what bothers people most, this inability to just look at the situation and be honest with the American people. I mean, it's a constant PR show.
Well, anytime you try to dance around the reality of a problem, then you're not spending the necessary energy to fix the problem. So if we're going to sit around and debate what a recession is, for the first time ever, it has always been 2 quarters of contraction. Recessions happen. They happen sometimes twice a decade, and they can be actually healthy to clean out excesses. The key, of course, is to understand what's driving the recession, how deep the recession is, and how to get out of the recession. And if we focus on denying what it is, then what we're not doing is taking the necessary steps. The necessary steps are to increase energy production so we can push down fuel costs, start to work inflation down, which is an insidious tax on the lowest income brackets. And we have to start to climb out of what this is, which is a recession.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll keep watching.